In ancient times, the land of Israel lived under heavy oppression. The Philistines ruled with force. Their soldiers walked boldly through Hebrew villages, while the people watched in fear. The streets were dusty, the houses were made of stone, and the hearts of the people were weary. Mothers held their children close, elders sat in sorrow, and hope felt distant. Yet, even in suffering, the people lifted their eyes to heaven. On the hills of Israel, they prayed. They cried out to God for help, and God heard them. In the quiet of the countryside, a woman stood alone. She was the wife of Manoah, a humble man of faith. Suddenly, a radiant presence appeared before her. It was the angel of the Lord. His garments shone with white and gold light. His voice was gentle,
You are
yet
barren,
full of authority.
but you shall bear a son.
The woman listened in awe. The angel spoke words
You are
of
barren,
promise.
but you shall bear a
You
son.
will conceive and give birth to a son. He will be set apart for God from birth. No razor shall touch his head. He will begin to deliver Israel. The woman fell to her knees, her heart filled with wonder. The angel explained the sacred vow, a life devoted to God, a child chosen before birth, long hair untouched, a symbol of divine calling, a sign of God's power. When the angel departed, the field fell silent. The woman stood still, reflecting on what she had heard. Manoah built an
O
altar
Lord,
and
teach us
prayed.
your ways.
With hands lifted towards heaven, he asked God for guidance.
O Lord, teach us
His
your
wife
ways.
knelt beside him. Together, they trusted the Lord. And once again, God responded. The angel of the Lord returned. This time, his presence was even more powerful. As fire rose from the altar, the angel ascended within the flame. Manoah and his wife bowed low in reverence. They knew they had encountered the living God. In time, the promise was fulfilled. A child was born.
He is a
They
gift from
named him
God.
Samson. A gentle glow surrounded him, a quiet
He is a
sign
gift
of
from
God's
God.
blessing. Manoah smiled
The
with
Lord
gratitude.
has kept his word.
His wife held the child close, and peace filled their home.
The Lord has kept
As
his
Samson
word.
grew, so did his strength. Even as a youth, he lifted heavy stones with ease. People watched in amazement. His long hair flowed freely, untouched, set apart. The Spirit of the Lord was upon him. Samson became a man of purpose, strong, fearless, determined. Yet his heart was still learning obedience. One day, Samson walked toward the Philistine city of Timnah. The road was rough. Vineyards lined the path. He spoke firmly to his parents, his desire clear. They were concerned, but Samson was resolved. As he traveled, danger appeared. A young lion emerged from the bushes, roaring. Samson stood his ground. The Spirit of the Lord came upon him. With divine strength, he overcame the beast. He walked on, calm and confident. Later, celebration filled
Samson,
the air.
this feast is
A
magnificent.
Philistine
Indeed, let
wedding
the
feast
celebrations
was
continue.
underway. Music played, laughter echoed. Samson sat among the guests, confident and bold. He spoke a riddle, light-hearted yet challenging. The guests listened, curious and uneasy. Whispers spread among them. Tension grew. The story of strength had only begun. The Philistines listened carefully, their smiles hiding unease. Samson's riddle stirred their pride, and confusion spread among them. They knew they could not solve it by wisdom alone. As the days passed, their laughter turned to plotting. They surrounded Samson's bride with fear and threats, pressing her to betray the secret. Her tears became her weapon, day after day, night after night. Samson resisted at first, but wearied by her pleading, he finally spoke the truth. The answer left his lips, and betrayal entered his story. On the final day of the feast, the Philistines returned with confidence. Their voices rang with triumph as they spoke the answer aloud. Samson's eyes darkened. He knew deceit had won. Anger burned within him, but the Spirit of the Lord rose stronger. Samson left the feast and journeyed to Ashkelon. There his strength became judgment. He struck down 30 Philistine men, taking their garments. With fury and purpose, he returned to settle the debt of his riddle. Then he walked away, heart wounded and spirit restless. Samson's bride was given to another. Betrayal piled upon betrayal, and vengeance waited for its season. Later, Samson returned with a young goat, seeking peace, but the door was closed to him. Rage ignited once more. He caught foxes and tied torches to their tails. Fire raced through Philistine fields, vineyards, and olive groves. The land burned with consequence. The Philistines demanded answers. When blame fell on Samson's wife, their cruelty knew no restraint. Fire consumed those who once deceived. Grief hardened into wrath. Samson struck them down without mercy. Then he withdrew to the cleft of the rock of Etam. The Philistines marched against Judah. Fear gripped the Israelites, who begged Samson to surrender. Bound with new ropes, he allowed himself to be taken. As the Philistines shouted in victory, the Spirit of the Lord surged. The ropes fell like burned threads from his arms. Samson seized the jawbone of a donkey. With it, he struck down 1,000 men. The valley echoed with defeat and awe. Strength had spoken again. Exhausted, Samson cried out to God. Water flowed from the hollow place, reviving him, and he judged Israel for many years. Then came Delilah. Her beauty
Entice
hid a
him and we will give you
dangerous
silver.
purpose.
I
The
will find his
Philistine
secret.
rulers promised silver for Samson's secret.
I will find his secret.
Night after night, she asked the
Tell me,
source
what
of his
gives you
strength.
such strength?
He
Bind me with
answered
fresh
with
bowstrings.
riddles and lies. Each trap failed.
The Philistines are
Each
upon
bond
you!
shattered. Her persistence wore him down. Words
The Philistines
became
are
pressure,
upon you!
and finally, Samson revealed his vow.
No razor has touched
As
my
he
head.
slept,
It is my
Delilah
vow.
called for a servant.
Now,
His hair fell strand by strand, and the strength of the Lord departed from him. Samson awoke too late. The Philistines
Philistines are
seized him.
upon you!
His eyes were taken, and chains bound his future. Blind and broken, he labored in prison. But unseen, his hair began to grow again. Hope was quietly returning. At a great feast in the temple of Dagon, Samson was brought out for sport. He asked to rest his hands on the pillars and
O
whispered
Lord,
one
remember
final
me.
prayer. Strength returned. With a mighty push, the temple shook. The stone collapsed, cries rose, and judgment fell. Samson died with his enemies, and in his death he delivered Israel once more. A flawed man, a chosen vessel, a story of strength, weakness, and redemption.